I'm gonna need y'all to stop coping about these new Naruto episodes. Now, I know we all excited about the new Naruto episodes that's supposed to be coming out in like September, I think, but I've been seeing way too many people coping about these new Naruto episodes and thinking that we about to get some next, first Chunin exams level episodes for Naruto, and I'm gonna need y'all to stop that shit. Now, I know we as Naruto fans have kind of been, starving for content, especially for the people who just hate Boruto's guts. And especially since we not getting Naruto Storm 5 and we basically just getting, a remaster or update to Storm 4 and shit. And I know people are really excited for these episodes. But if you think that these episodes are anything more than just filler, then you coping, and I need to know what the fuck you smoking, because I kind of need some of it. Now, when I first heard this announcement, I didn't really think it was true. I thought it was clickbait at first, but then I looked more into it, and I still don't know why we're even getting new episodes. Like, I don't know what would be like the real reason to give us new episodes of the original Naruto series when that shit has been over with for well over a decade now. I feel like it's only because Boruto is going on hiatus and people haven't been satisfied with Boruto, like I said before. And I feel like this gives the studio to, time, really like sit around and see what they really want to do with Boruto, since like repeatedly people are saying that, Boruto been trash, Boruto been mid and all that. And they kind of just want to, give their fans something to, be excited about, since they basically gave themselves like a whole damn year to write 4 episodes of, the original shit, which is all gonna be filler. I have no other inkling that this is gonna be anything but like some random filler or like some random training episodes with like Naruto and Jiraiya. That's literally about what I think this shit is going to be at all. And I would be surprised if it was anything other than that. Just some filler episodes, just to, get people something, actually be excited about for once in a while. And, after that, it's going to be back to Boruto. Whenever Boruto ends, I hope that that's, the end of the Naruto franchise. Because we're reaching a point to where, like, there's not really much you can do after this. Like, whenever Boruto ends, I really want that to be, like, the end of the Naruto franchise. Because there's no other point of keeping this going at all. Because I don't want Naruto to end up like Dragon Ball Z and One Piece. I don't want this shit to be going on for 20, 30 plus years just to, give them more transformations and more random bullshit like they've been doing with One Piece and Dragon Ball for over a decade at this point. I'm really sick of that shit. And also to kind of touch back on what I said about, what to expect really in 4 episodes. I think that at most we'll get like, a little cool interaction with, some of the characters and all that and things of that nature. But I don't necessarily think that we'll be getting nothing, too groundbreaking for the episodes to really be anything that memorable, to be honest with you. I think the only real reason that this stuff is getting hype is because, it's the OG Naruto and people hate Boruto so much to where like anything that they, feed us as Naruto fans that's not Boruto has kind of been overhyped in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying the episodes are gonna be trash, but I'm just saying like for 4 episodes, it really won't be anything. We'll probably get like at most like 1 fight scene, maybe 2, maybe like, a cool, like interaction between folks, but I generally don't think it'll be any more than that. And I just really don't want people to get their hopes up for something grand and amazing, and then they be disappointed and say that the episodes are trash because we didn't get like, a mini story arc with like, an older character or like Minato or something like that. Because the shit that I done heard people say, like I heard somebody said like, oh, like maybe it'll be a mini series about like, Minato or Madara. Like I done heard people say some crazy shit about all this. I just really feel like we need to just, calm down a little bit and really just be rational about what we're going to be getting for 4 episodes. 4 episodes is not enough time to tell a good story, at least in my opinion. Now that's kind of, what all of what I think about the new, Naruto episodes and just my general thoughts and expectations of what, they'll even be. But this next section of the video isn't about that. But, I would want you to still watch it because I do think that I have a decent enough point in this. I'm not just talking out the side of my mouth. But yeah, that first section was what I think about the Naruto episodes. But I kind of wanted to switch into something differently because I titled this one is DBZ's fault because I feel like this kind of isn't really all a good thing, at least in my opinion. But just stick with me while I explain. Now, I say that this is DBZ's fault because this is DBZ's fault because they enabled this, sort of toxic trait within animes, especially older animes and older anime fans that I don't necessarily like, and I don't really like that it's happening with Naruto now. Because I feel like at this point, Naruto is reaching that point of like, okay, this show has been going on for too long, and because people don't like the newer version of the show, now all of a sudden, now all we want is the old show, and that's all we care about. And I know that Boruto isn't the best, but it's like, I don't want us to reach the point to where we're like Dragon Ball, to where we just keep going and going and going and going and going, and there's really no stopping point. Because to get back to what I was saying about Dragon Ball reached a point to where they just keep going, and they're going when they really have no point to. I have seen no point for DBZ Super to even be a thing ever since it came out. I really haven't. I think that DBZ Super really has served no purpose for the greater, purpose of Dragon Ball, but to give them new transformations, and so that people can, be going crazy over the fight scenes, because it's really all you really go crazy for with Dragon Ball is just the fight scenes. Because not nowhere during this entire, DBZ Super arc has I felt like there's been any actual like growth of the characters, any real like good movement of the story. It's just kind of been years and years of filler, and it's like, that's why I've never really even like cared to watch it, because like, and even if I did watch it, I would only watch up to the Tournament of Power, and then I'm cutting it off. Because there's nothing else for Dragon Ball to do besides just to give Goku new transformations, because at the end of the day, the show is about Goku, and they only care about Goku's character anyways. And even Goku himself doesn't really see that much growth. It's basically the same formula that they've been doing for like 20 years. It's, oh, there's a new villain who's been killing everybody. Oh, everybody else getting their ass whooped. Oh, here's Goku to swoop in to save the day with a newer transformation. Like, I don't like anything about that when it comes down to Dragon Ball. Because if you ask me, Dragon Ball should have been ended like 10, like 5, Super should have never existed, in my opinion. And I feel like the longer this goes on, it will end up like Pokemon, which nobody's really gave a fuck about since 2008. And as a person who used to love DBZ, I genuinely don't be knowing what the fuck Dragon Ball is even doing now. Because I thought that Super was gonna end at the Tournament of Power, because I'm like, what else could you do to even really go beyond this story-wise? Not fight scene-wise, not transformation-wise, but story-wise, besides the same old tired shit that they have been doing over and over and over again. And I say that this is DBZ's fault because DBZ is one of the first animes that did this. And they did this thing of, okay, people didn't like, GT, so let's bring it back and just say, GT isn't canon, so nothing of that matters, so let's just start over fresh and keep doing the same shit for another 10 plus years, and people will like it. One Piece does this also. Now, I'm not the biggest One Piece fan, but I am among many of others when I say that One Piece does the same shit that DBZ does when it's time to end it. It is time to end these shows. Like, the only one that I give an excuse for is Bleach, because Bleach wasn't really finished. Bleach never actually had its ending. So I give Bleach a pass for this, but DBZ, One Piece, Naruto, Pokemon, like, it's time for these animes to just, ride off into retirement so that new animes could, be new animes and not have to, constantly be, sort of toned down by people overhyping the old big three because they're still around 20 years later. Because at some point, every franchise, no matter how popular, needs a conclusive ending. And I don't feel like Dragon Ball or One Piece is gonna have that anytime soon. Is that a good thing? No. And shit, even Pokemon is getting rid of Ash. If Pokemon is getting rid of Ash, we can at least try to shake up Dragon Ball or One Piece and do something like that. I'm among the people that I agree, get rid of Goku. Goku is keeping DBZ stale, and he's been keeping DBZ stale for the past 5+ years. Either shake up DBZ and all the other long-running animes that have been on way too long, or just give them an ending and that be the end of it. Don't give it another reboot movie. Don't give it new characters that has to add to the lore. so that you have to bring back the old characters so they fight the new characters. Don't do none of that. Just end it and let that be that. End it on a good note, which I thought the Tournament of Power would have been a great note to end on with DBZ Super, because that was like the hypest moment in anime for years. Goku going Ultra Instinct was the hypest anime moment that we had in forever. So I feel like you can't really go past that. Because when they announced, more episodes of Super, the new Broly movie, again, for like the 5th time, I just feel like we're getting to a point where like, we're just trying to go over and over and over again of these, hype moments, which ain't really been that hype since like the Tournament of Power, to where like, I don't even really feel like the general interest of Dragon Ball is even like how it was for the Tournament of Power. Tournament of Power, like the best ending for me. Goku reaches a new form even beyond what he thought that he could do. So I feel like, if we've gotten to a point to where we need to retire some of these old animes, like we've had enough episodes, we've had enough reboots, we've had enough movies, we've had enough collabs. It's time for the new anime to stand on their own and to stand by themselves and not, still kind of be in a shadow of the old animes from the anime boomer fans who still overhype some of these old animes. Let's just be honest. And no, I'm not calling the new episodes of DBZ Super and One Piece trash. I don't watch them, so I can't really say. But it's like, dog, if we ever want the new anime to really have an identity of its own, we need to end these old animes. It's getting ridiculous at this fucking point. So just do us old anime fans a favor and just gone retire these old animes so that we could officially step into the new generation of anime without these old animes, still being in the forefront in front of some of the newer animes, so that the new animes could properly get the shine that they need and deserve.